Today marks exactly 8 years since the Lily mine tragedy. 3 mine workers, Pretty Nkambule, Yvonne, Mnisi and Nyirenda, were buried underground when the mine collapsed on this day back in February of 2016.
Yeah, and since then, their remains haven't been retrieved from the belly of the mine. Let's take you live to the site with Newzroom Afrika's Mweli Masilela, who joins us now live from Barberton. And Mweli, it's a difficult moment, of course, for the families of these victims who 8 years down the line are still so desperate for closure.
Yes, a difficult moment indeed, Nyirenda, considering the fact that this particular day brings those painful and sad memories in as far as the families of the 3 mine workers are concerned. And I can tell you now, Nyirenda, that already there's been more than 2 prayer sessions outside the mine and another one inside the mine, because we've now moved into the mine. We actually followed the leader of Action SA, Herman Mashaba, as he was leading the families of those 3 mine workers as well as former Lily mine employees to the site where the mine actually collapsed. And you can see from the side of the families, as these prayer sessions have been taking place, that indeed this day brings those sad memories. And what we are seeing today is also the children of the deceased, because we know that through the inquest they have been declared dead, because according to the magistrate who was presiding over that inquest, looking into the impact and also the way this incident happened, there is no way that these miners could still be alive. They had no water, they had no food when that incident happened. But let me just bring in Nyirenda, Sifiso Mavuso. He's the brother of Pretty Nkambule, one of those who were in that container when it collapsed into a sinkhole. Quite a sad and difficult day, surely, from your side, Sifiso. What comes to your mind when this day is actually unfolding?
Yeah, always when we get on the 5th of February, it's indeed a painful day, because all the memories come back and we have those pictures of exactly what happened. But we know that one day this pain will pass, and it will pass when we get our loved ones, dead or alive, wherever they are. And the other thing that I would like to appreciate, or a person that I would like to give thanks to, is Mr. Mashaba. Why? Because we were not given the permission. Before he came into the part, we were not allowed to come here and do a prayer inside the mine or do other rituals. Since he came in, he gave us top lawyers who are fighting the battles for us. So now things are a little bit easier when we want to come inside the mine and do prayer session and all the other stuff.
You are saying that you remain hopeful that you'll get them, whether dead or alive. But that inquest has come out to say that there's no way they could still be alive at this point in time. Would you say that as families you have found closure in as far as this issue is concerned?
According to me, what is impossible to us as human beings, to the Almighty God, is possible. And under normal circumstances, we may agree that they cannot live for long without food and water as well as oxygen. But in God, everything is possible. As time goes on, or one day, we will see Isaiah 60 verse 22, because it says, when the time is right, I, the Lord, gonna make it happen. I do believe wherever they are alive. If God can save all of us, we will witness great things. I do believe that.
Tell us about the situation of at home. We've seen some of the children of those people who actually collapsed into that sinkhole. How is life? And we know also on the side of the former employees that it's quite tough. How would you describe the situation now after the Lily mine incident?
Yeah, it's quite difficult, because when the mine was operating, my sister was a breadwinner. She was supplying us with food and all the other necessities. And the problem that we are encountering now is that, you know, her kids, they're asking us questions non-stop. Other questions that it is quite difficult for us to answer. Before we were playing the hide and seek, and some of them, they are old. They can tell you if you are playing with them, no, this thing is not good. But others, they are trying to cope, because before, immediately after this incident took place, they were not coping with their studies. But now they are trying to cope with their studies. At least they are getting a little bit okay about it. I'm not saying they are accepting the situation. It's quite difficult to accept it.
Sifiso, thank you very much for talking to us. I understand that Pretty Nkambule's brother, well, as we've heard from him, it's quite a difficult situation. We'll continue to monitor the proceedings of the day. They're now going to a tent which is set up just outside the campsite, where most of the families as well as the former employees have been camping to try and put pressure on the government as well as the employer, which is Vantage Goldfields, here to do the right thing. Ayanda.
Yeah, an impossible situation for grieving families who still have so many critical questions. Mweli Masilela, live to us there from Barberton. For now, thanks very much indeed.